You're getting through your days just fine. You function. You respond. You stay composed. But when the night comes, your thoughts feel heavier. You replay conversations. You notice small details you brushed past earlier. And your mind keeps circling one quiet question. What am I missing? There's a part of you that wants clarity, not guesses, not half answers. You want to understand what something truly means. A situation, a feeling, a connection. And at the same time, there's a gentle fear underneath that curiosity. Because what if the truth isn't what you hoped for? So you think more. You observe more. You read between the lines of words, tone, pauses. This week begins with that energy. A mind that won't fully rest, because it's trying to protect your heart. And this is where we slow down together. Take a breath here. Nothing needs to be solved yet. You're not spiraling because you're weak. You're thinking deeply because something matters to you. There's a very mature part of you that's present right now. You want stability. You want emotional balance. You don't want to react impulsively or let feelings pull you somewhere unsafe. So you hold yourself steady. You choose control. You choose composure. On the surface, you look strong, self-contained, grounded. But underneath that strength, there's still a sadness that hasn't completely softened. It may be connected to something that ended. Someone from your past, or an expectation you quietly carried longer than you realized. You find yourself looking back, not because you want to suffer, but because part of you is still trying to understand what was lost. And this is something most people don't notice at first. You're not attached to the past itself. You're attached to the meaning you gave it. The version of hope you had then. The future you imagined. The way you thought things would feel by now. So even when your life is moving forward, your heart pauses sometimes. Just long enough to feel that ache. This week brings an emotional crossroads. Not loud, not dramatic, but real. A decision connected to your heart. A relationship. Or a personal value you can no longer ignore. You may notice yourself asking, what actually brings me peace? What feels honest to who I am now? And here's the quiet truth. This choice isn't optional anymore. Not because something bad will happen if you delay, but because your inner self is tired of living in uncertainty. And this is where things quietly shift. You don't need to force an answer. You don't need to confront anyone immediately, but you do need to stop pretending you don't feel the pull. There is one question you may find yourself returning to this week. Am I choosing safety or am I choosing alignment? You don't have to answer that yet. Just notice where your body softens and where it tightens. As the week moves toward the weekend, your thoughts may grow louder at night. Sleep may come later than usual. Your mind may replay scenarios that haven't happened. You might catch yourself self-blaming or imagining worst outcomes. And if that happens, please hear this gently. Most of the weight you feel right now is coming from your thoughts, not from your reality. Your mind is trying to prepare you, but it's overworking. Nothing terrible is unfolding in this moment. You are not falling behind. You are not failing emotionally. You are simply in a transition where clarity hasn't fully arrived yet. And that can feel uncomfortable. For someone who values emotional maturity and self-control. So tonight, and the nights that follow, try not to interrogate your thoughts. Let them pass through without turning them into conclusions. You don't need to solve your entire future this week. You only need to stay honest with yourself. This is not a week of action. It's a week of noticing. And noticing is already enough. Let yourself rest in that. If this message found you at the right moment, you're welcome to stay with this channel. Not to be fixed, but to feel accompanied as you move through your inner world. You're doing better than your thoughts suggest.